You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the June 16th meeting for the Michigan City Urban Enterprise Association. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
It is now 6:05. We will begin the Michigan City Urban Enterprise Board of Directors regular meeting for Monday, June 16th at 6:05 p.m. I'll start the meeting with the roll call. Mr. Briscoe.
Present.
Mr. Bruce.
Present.
Mr. Euler.
Present.
Mr. Clarendon.
Here.
Ms. Willis.
Present.
And the chair is present as well. We have a quorum. We will start down at new business with our first residential grant for the night with Jacqueline Dyer. And you were here last time. The way the process will work again, you get 2 minutes to go over your application that you applied for. Then the board members will have 2 minutes to ask any questions that they may have, and then we'll bring it to a vote. The only thing I want to add is you said there was an adjustment to this requirement per the slide that you sent us.
And then Tyler, are you able to pull it, show it?
Right now.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So the adjustment for this one, instead of,
How much is that?
11,479.
so next slide. The adjustment here is, she's now eligible for $5,000 based on the income information that she submitted.
Yes.
And another point I want to bring out to all board members to all applicants that applied via JB West, there are some new quotes that were provided to us with a lower amount than the original price that was given to you guys. So when it comes up, I'll let you know the update to the ones that we have one present before us. But at this time, I'll turn the floor over to Ms. Dyer to go over your grant application.
Well, I don't know what more I can say except that I have been talking to George West over at West Roofing, and they seem to be understanding about the work and the money that is needed. And he did tell me that they're trying to work with me and you all as much as possible, because they have worked with this agency in the past. And the fact that I talked to them today. Hopefully, whatever if I'm given anything, and it's to the extent of what they're asking, I'm hoping that I can have the funds to make up for that. I don't know what else to tell you.
That's perfect right there. We all familiar with your application from the last meeting. So I'll turn the floor over to Ms. Willis if she has any questions.
I don't think I do, but I don't know if I have enough. You already assumed, you figured out what she would be eligible for based on her financials. So, I don't have any other questions.
Mr. Conley? I'm sorry. We are on Jacqueline Dyer's from the last meeting.
That's only postponed until today, right?
Yeah, we got the income requirement from, and the adjustment has been made via the slide to eligible for $5,000 instead of the full amount of $7,500.
Right. No more questions.
Mr. Clarendon?
Well, I don't have any questions right now.
Mr. Euler?
Just to be more direct, that income adjustment was for the second household member, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That's all I had.
And I have his form as well if you guys wanted to see that, and hers to add that up if you'd like.
No questions.
Not at all.
The only question I had was I think you stated that you did have a plan in place to pay the remaining balance from whatever you're approved for today?
Yes.
That was the only question I had. Do I have a motion to the Jacqueline Dyer's residential grant?
I guess I just have a comment or a statement or question, I guess. Looking at all the applications we have for tonight and how much we have left. We're either gonna have to lower how much we give everyone, or we have to tell some people no?
Correct.
I want to, I think that these are listed on the agenda in the order in which we received them.
Correct.
We have 9.
In theory, from adding up BV to the slide, I think we would come 20,000 short if, let's say, if we approved everybody here today.
For the maximum.
If we get everybody the maximum. So it would be either some denials or less amounts approved, or we have to add money in to prove, if we wanted to approve everybody. That's on the agenda for tonight.
What about that,
You pretty much only give everyone on here $2,500. And then correct, we're about out of money.
So I'm going to make a motion that we reduce the amount that we allow in terms of all the applications that are before us today, so that we have money for all of them. I'm going to make a motion so we can discuss that.
I got a motion. Do I got a second?
What was the motion? I was listening to it.
Reduce the amount correspondingly to each of them so that we can hand out something to each of the.
That doesn't seem fair.
I got a motion. Do I have a second to the motion?
Let's revisit it.
here, visit it? Because we still got that one with the economic too, right?
Yeah.
Even the economic development one, where we split it.
I'd be curious to know what your comments were going to be.
I'm sorry?
I'd be curious. You started to say something. I'd be curious to know.
Oh, I feel like that's like not fair. I feel like we should go based on the time that it was received. And if we make like any adjustments, I would say just to maybe still give them the money from, go outside of the $100,000 that were allotted. Like if we're gonna do anything, but to like limit the amount that, the first applicant gets, and she was on time, like I just feel like that would be unfair to the people who got their applications in on time.
I just wanted to put it up for discussion.
Yeah, we kind of discussed that, just trying to come up with different ideas on how to get everybody some help, but if we can't like extend the budget, then I would prefer us to just go through the applications till the money is depleted.
If there's no second, I'll withdraw the motion.
I'll make a motion to approve $5,000.
I have a motion to approve the Jacqueline Dyer residential grant for $5,000. Do I have a second to that motion?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Open up the floor for any discussion. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Remember what you said last time?
I remember. We will go down next and, I'm sorry. Ms. Dyer, your application was approved. Kamisha will be in contact with you regarding the next steps in our process. If there's any other way we can be of help, please reach out. And thank you for coming out here tonight.
Thank you.
We will go down next on our agenda to Patches Culpepper residential grant.
I think she just left. Can I make sure she didn't just step in the hallway real quickly?
That's fine.
So I got a question. Remember you were talking about that economic development beautification, teaming up with them? So Aaron takes pictures for next week.
Yeah, she's gone.
So we allotted $5,000 for that, right?
Yeah, I think $5,000 or $6,000, something like that. So,
She said she's gone.
Yes.
With the notion of Patches Culpepper residential grant, do I have a motion?
Motion
This is the second one.
to deny? Is that the appropriate motion?
second one in a row, right?
Motion
Last time was Zoom.
Well, she was just here, but then she just left, so,
or motion to take no action?
yeah.
Do I have a
Unless she's
second?
in the bathroom.
He said she may be in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's gonna push it
Well,
down.
Put it on the table.
Yeah.
do I have,
Motion, rescind that motion and table it.
Yeah.
I got a motion to table. Do I got a second?
Second. Okay.
With the motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. We will go down next to Wanda Kelly residential grant. Is there a Wanda Kelly present? Okay, I'm sorry. The floor is now yours. You have 2 minutes to go over your residential application, and then the board members will have 2 minutes to ask any questions that they may have. I'll now turn the floor over to you.
Windows. I need windows desperately. And I'm retired and I just need some help.
Thank you. I'll start down here this time. Mr. Briscoe.
This is my beautiful aunt, so.
I did everything that you
I have no further questions.
Mr. Moore. Is there one for that one too?
She had a quote for 68.
It's here. I was just curious if they had one quote. It's 7,500 exactly.
This had 2 quotes, correct?
Yes, there was a JB West, which,
And the RL.
yeah, the first
How much was the first JB West?
15,642.
And just for your, just for point of your information, Ms. Kelly, there is a reduced quote from JB West here for you for $7,500.
That's patches.
How did they cut it in half?
That's patches. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, that
She
wasn't.
didn't, that threw me off.
Any questions?
Just wait to see if there was a second quote. Just
Oh, well, it's on there. So those are the estimates that she got, the 68 and the 8,267.
So 68 is RL.
Okay. Okay, I got you.
Oh, I'm looking for her. I handed it to her. I'm like, where is that?
Any more
Thank you.
questions?
Okay.
so RL is 6,800.
JB.
She qualifies up to 75, right?
Well, with RL, excuse me,
Yeah.
they only did 5 windows. That 8 is for 7 windows.
Is that the JB West for
Yes.
7,500?
Yeah, JB West is the 8,267.
Well, this one says 7,500.
So, yeah, and they just, so there's a bunch of them up there from JB West. They came back with better quotes because they want to help the agencies.
Because it says remove and replace 6 windows. That's all, okay.
Oh, okay.
Any more questions, Mr. Cleary?
No.
Mr. Conlon?
So the 6,800, the first quote from JB West, you got that
No.
right?
The 6,800 is from RL.
RL for 6 windows,
5 windows.
for 5 windows, and an 8 for how many windows?
6. But
Six.
It's 7,500 for 6, according to
7.
this. Right here. This says 6.
That's 6.
Any
Questions?
Yeah, no questions. Questions?
Ms. Willis?
Okay, so the second quote is for 6 windows for 70, for what now?
66,
7,500?
and the other one 6,800 for 5.
Okay.
Any more questions?
No, I'm sorry, that was my.
Only question I have is, how did you hear about the program?
Beautiful, Kanisha.
beautiful.
That was all the questions I had for you. Thank you for coming on tonight.
I like that.
Do I have a motion on Miss Wanda Kelly's residential grant?
Motion for 7,500.
I got a motion. Do I got a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve Ms. Wanda Kelly's residential grant for $7,500. I'll call the roll. All in favor?
All right.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Ms. Wanda Kelly, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. You have been approved for $7,500. Ms. Kamisha Williams will be in contact with you on the steps going forward. If there's any way we can be of help, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
We are now down to 14,000.
I got 13.
15?
Do we have to hold back 5 for the, what we were talking about earlier? The economic development?
Yeah.
I didn't think we took it out of, I guess we never specified where we were taking it out from.
Just figure out it was a part of the whole pot, right? Regardless.
What,
Do you remember if we were taking the 5,000 out of this pot or?
for the 5,000 for what?
Economic development, they got a beautification grant too. We was gonna partner with them, so.
Oh, no,
yeah.
that was, no.
It was special.
Yeah, that was a special, that was separate. We even had a special meeting for it, so that'll be a special,
It's over and above the 100,000.
yeah, that, we were already out of the money when we even had the meeting. So,
Was we?
well, the neighborhood beautification,
Okay, we'll go down next to Miss Thomas residential grant. Correct.
I guess I'm speaking for that one.
so, Miss Geraldine and Miss Florine couldn't be here today. Miss Florine actually is in the hospital, and Miss Geraldine is her mother and her daughter-in-law. And so they're at the hospital, and he's stepping in to just show up for them. So he might not know
I
everything.
don't know all the numbers.
Yeah.
I do not know the numbers, but I know what they need to be done. On Geraldine, the one it is a new fence put up and foundation painted. It's just all old stuff, stucco stuff, and wanted repainted. It's been painted a couple of times, and what she want. I don't know what the quote is. I can't see all that from this distance.
I could probably answer some questions for that though, because I kind of helped her out. The first quote is the 2,500 is only for the fence, and then the second quote includes the painting of her foundation and the fence. So.
Okay, so we will open up the floor for any questions from any board members. I will start on Mrs. Willis in this time.
Okay. Actually, I mean, that seems pretty clear cut to me. I don't think I have any questions about it.
Mr. Conley?
So you got an estimate for the fence and foundation repair for 2,500. One's quote 2,500, one's 3,600. Correct.
Yes.
Which company's got the $2,500?
He doesn't know. He's just stepping in. The 2,500, I believe, is Fence Fellows, and the second quote is from Williams Property Preservation. And no, we are not family.
Oh, so you stepping in for your mother? Or?
My auntie.
Okay. All right, no questions.
Mr. Clarendon?
Looks like she qualifies for up to 2,500.
Mm-hmm.
So that would cover the fence, and then if she still wanted to have the foundation painted, she would just have to pay the additional 1,600. Correct.
Correct.
So only clarification I needed.
Mr. Euler?
No clarification, but maybe just a push towards possibly, we do have it with this residential grant where we do 50% material for do-it-yourself projects.
Yeah.
So possibly with the painting or something like that. If for some reason that 2,500 is reduced and can buy some paint and submit receipts, we can cover 50% of that cost.
Yeah, but that would only do the foundation. The fence, she can't. It has to literally be repaired. There's some like panels that are like leaning, and falling over.
That's all I had.
Thank you.
No questions.
I don't have any questions for you either, so I'll open up the floor to a motion.
There's some pictures of it.
Open up the floor to a motion on Mrs. Thomas residential grant.
Motion 2,000.
I have a motion to approve.
Approved.
A motion to approve for 2,000 for Mrs. Thomas residential grant. Do I have a second?
A second.
Second.
I have a motion in 2 seconds. I'll call. Any more discussion?
Question?
It's but her,
2,500?
based on her poverty level, she's eligible for 2,500.
The motion in the second I have is for $2,000 for Mrs. Thomas residential grant. Any more discussion? I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay?
There's one nay.
I'll say nay because I'd rather she got the 2,500. But
Motion passes. Ms. Thomas has been approved for $2,000. Commission be able to help with the next steps in the process. Next item is Ms. Florine Wilson, residential grant.
Yeah, he's gonna be speaking for her as well.
Okay, this is Miss Tori Wilson. This is my mother, and we just get the roof done, and pay for the roof, and we trying to get the garage done. That's basically good to match the house, make sure everything good. That's what we asking for. I see what you got for quotes up there. 4, 5.
And another one for $4,383.
One is JB West and one is,
None of those are hers.
so y'all get,
Arnett and JB.
Says we're not one up
y'all
here.
get more quote? I don't know. Did y'all
Is there
try to get a
another
lower
one?
quote?
There's not one up here for
Okay,
Florine Wilson, no.
okay, so they didn't make any adjustments to hers.
I will open up the floor from any questions from any board members. I will start on Mr. Briscoe's end this time.
No.
Mr. Bruce,
None.
Mr. Euler,
None.
Mr. Clarida,
None.
Mr. Conley.
So you guys got a quote to get the roof done for $4,300, right? One of the quotes,
Yes.
Commissioner?
Yep, that's,
That ain't
That'd be
bad.
JB West.
That ain't bad though.
Arnett is the second.
Our next, the second one? That's not bad.
Ms. Willis, any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
I don't have any questions either. I will open up the floor for any motions. Florine Wilson residential grant
Motion to approve $4,000.
for $4,000. I have a motion to approve for $4,000. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Like to see it at the 75.
yeah, but this one, she don't need that.
Yeah, but she don't need it.
Yeah.
Estimate's only $4,300 and $4,500. She just want the roof done.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
I have motion passes. Ms. Wilson has been approved for $4,000, and Kamisha will be in contact in this next step going forward. Thank you for coming out here tonight. In any way we can be of assistance, please reach out. Thank you. Next on the agenda is, I can't pronounce the last name.
Guided?
Ms. Guyden?
Yeah.
The floor is now yours.
Did we pronounce that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. wanted to
I
make
was
sure.
just guessing.
Right. I thank you all for reviewing my application for the grant. I had applied for doors and screen doors and gutter. I need like just the front gutter. My back is okay. And my front is definitely needed that. And just for security purposes.
Here they go.
Her quotes came in after I sent out the board packets.
What, how much are they?
This one,
He
here.
passing them down.
I did go to,
I'm sorry.
I did go to Menards to try to get.
This is for the downspout. This is for the downspout.
I got you.
That was everything. This, yes, yeah. She
I
need
will
to get another
open-
quote for that one.
I will open
She
up
need to get
the
another quote. That's just for
floor
a downspout.
to any. I'll start down here with Ms. Willis this time for any board members with any questions.
That's $1,300 just for the down. That's only the downspout.
2,000.
What I was looking at,
1,300.
there were two quotes there?
I'd say I just had my whole house
There was
done.
two.
So the
Down
one,
about everything for
what was the
$1,300.
$13,000?
Yeah,
All these things
What was the
$1,300.
all the way
other? I
around.
wasn't, maybe
Whole
I just didn't
house.
see it.
And downspouts, everything.
I didn't see it.
$1,300.
What's the
I should
second
look at my
quote?
tax.
I saw the one for 13,000. What was the second one?
Second one's $1,300.
Yeah, 1,000.
That was for, but that was for another part of the job, right?
That was for the downspouts.
Install 16 seamless aluminum gutters.
Mm-hmm.
Downspouts, yeah.
It's for all the gutters. It's for all the gutters yourself. Yeah, I think so.
That sounds more in line
Yeah.
with what gutter should
Yeah,
cost.
yeah.
How much was
That's
that?
I'm sorry,
$1,300.
$1,379.
But that one, crazy, that's too much.
This is,
Removing the place, existing gutter system in the front section of home only, right? Front only, you said?
Yes, sir.
That's
And the
about
new
price you said.
downspouts, it's still a little high, but that's better than
Closer than,
13,000.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Any more questions, Ms. Willis?
No, I don't think so. I just wanted to make sure that I was clear about what the actual quote was for. So the 13,000 is just, that's kind of out of there. Okay, I just want to make sure I know what the cost is.
Now, the 13,000, it does include doors as well.
2 entry
Okay.
doors, 2 storm doors.
Is there a?
That's a lot crazy.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to
Crazy.
say, are there
So
line item
expensive.
costs for that one is 13,000? So could we like break out what the, without doors,
That's
compare
something-
apples to apples, you know what I mean? So with the $1,300 is for just,
The gutter.
gutters,
Gutters.
that's it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's not an all-inclusive one. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah. Crazy, always come through with the higher quotes. Every time somebody gets a quote from them, their quotes are high.
Any questions, Mr. Conley?
Is there any way you can get any other quotes?
Yeah, I can help her with that, and I
Please.
did let her know, that I
Because-
had other resources that she could reach out to as well.
Yeah, I think some of the other clients you had used somebody else for some doors too.
What's more pressing, the doors or the gutter? I mean, gutter is a pretty important thing to have on a home to keep your foundation from.
Yeah. Get her approve the gutters, and she come back with another quote for everything else.
Ma'am,
Yes.
what's more pressing, the gutters or like how bad are the doors? Like, are they leaking air? Are they broken? Or
No, yeah, approve the gutters.
it sounds like we're going to need another quote. I mean,
On the gutters,
on
No, on the doors.
at least the doors.
Mm-hmm.
I have, from Menards that I had got. I'm Robin in here.
Is that the price just to buy the doors?
Yeah, still gotta hire somebody to put it on.
Yeah. Double it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, yeah, cover that plus the, yeah.
I didn't
I
have
just had a lot of
time to
work
get
on.
somebody to come
I
out
had
and
an
do
entire
it.
outside my house there for 18.
I got you. It's all
Even
good.
if it doesn't.
Just the prices for the materials.
I mean, technically, she met the requirements for the grant, though. Just only requires them to have 2 quotes. So I mean, she's made that.
And I can help her get lower quotes
Okay,
as
yeah,
well.
that makes sense. The doors, that's just the material cost for the doors.
Yes,
So-
but we could buffer it up.
How much is it?
1,000.
$1,000
You saying
per door?
it's a front door. Front door.
It
Back
said,
door.
it said
Oh,
2
1,500 total.
for both doors.
Screen doors, too. Because they're priced for those. The like it's
So that's what, about 3,800, 4,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably.
Also, you need screen doors on the front and back, right?
Correct.
Another 1,000. It's like 2,500. So about another grand for somebody to install them.
Make a motion.
has everybody down here? Anybody down here have any questions?
You pretty much answered them all for the most part, yeah.
Motion to approve. Motion to approve. 3,500.
I have a motion to approve Ms. Guyton for $3,500. Do I have a second to that motion?
Second.
I have a motion in 2 seconds. Any more discussion?
I guess under discussion, so 1,300 is going to the gutter, so it's only
Yes.
lose
At least the
leave-
gutters. At least, yeah.
It's only gonna leave $1,200 left for the door. I was gonna approve all the way up to the 7,500, which leaves her like 5,500, whatever. Which I feel like she should be able to get both doors bought and replace. And someone to put them in for $5,000 or so. I mean, it's. And if she doesn't use it, then she doesn't use it. But that's just my take on it.
Any more discussion?
Maybe we can go
Do
somewhere
you
in
want
the
to change
middle
the dollar
between
amount in the motion then and
7,500.
stick to it?
If we go somewhere between that, so we were gonna approve 3,500, why don't we just go, what did we say about
$4,000.
4,500, somewhere around there.
So do I
That's
have an
$4,000.
amendment to the motion?
Motion approved $4,000.
So I still have the motion on the original motion on the floor.
For 35.
Yeah. So I'll call for the vote on.
You can rescind it.
Yeah, you can
That's true.
rescind it.
You can rescind it.
I rescind the 3,500. Let's increase it to $4,000 to approve.
Second.
I got a motion and second to approve for $4,000. Any more discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Aye, or no?
That motion passes. You were approved tonight.
After the meeting, I want to know why you said no after session.
Because that gives her.
You were approved for $4,000. Commission will be able to help you out with the next steps going forward. Want to thank you for coming out tonight. If any way we can be assistance, please reach out.
So that way she can get the, because Commissioner can get the,
We are now down to Ms. Bernice Mitchell. The floor is now yours to go over your application. And then each board member will have 2 minutes to ask any questions that they have.
So I did apply for windows and doors. I have a very old home, and so I have a lot of wear and tear on my windows and doors, and I was just asking for those to be replaced.
Okay. Has everybody had a chance to look at the quotes on this?
you got the packet?
You sent the quotes for this one and sent an email?
There's one here.
Again, look at the disparity.
Yeah, it's a huge disparity.
JBUS is 12.8.
Any West is? So who else?
JBUS is 8 windows.
So who was the 5,800 for?
General contract. Yeah.
That's the last one.
We have 3,000 left.
Who's there?
on that one.
Self-budgeted amount.
That's JB West.
Are these the same?
Oh, this is a different company.
Yeah, these are different.
This is JB West.
Look at them in general. 5,800,
Replacing.
6, 25, and a front door.
You guys haven't had a chance to see the quotes, or if you did?
I got the originals. Yeah, but I didn't see the other, what'd you say it was?
One was JB West, the other was General Contract.
Yeah, I've not seen the journal contract.
Here. That's the,
Oh, I
That's
got it.
actually,
You got it on my iPad. Appreciate it.
Okay, my bad.
that's cheap.
That's a good price.
JB West is
Yeah,
expensive.
That's the
Oh, okay.
5,800.
The inmate general
JB West is
contractors have been trying to work with the residents' budgets, like that.
And 6 windows and 2 doors.
5,800 is cheap.
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Bruce,
I don't have questions. Thank you.
Mr. Euler,
No questions.
Mr. Clarida,
No questions.
Mr. Conley.
What's our balance we have left for this?
Currently, as
I'm
we,
at 45. What do you guys got?
I'm at 3,000 as we stand right now.
3,000 left of budgeted money.
A budgeted money,
Mhm.
but we can't dip into the other funds.
Base. Let me try this again.
Oh, 3,000, right?
There's opportunity we could if the
We
board so
could.
chose to.
But it's up to the board to choose that. Right?
That's true.
Okay.
But yeah, as we stand, we stand at a balance of $3,000 budgeted for this year's grant cycle.
Okay. And that quote, $5,800 is all 6 windows and a door, right? Okay. No questions?
Only question I have is, how did you hear about the program?
Through Kamisha and Tony.
You went to the church. Remember we went to the church?
Okay.
Yeah. You went to the church and was talking about it.
Okay, so that was all the questions I had. Thank you. I will now open it up to any motions that we may have on Miss Bernice Mitchell's residential grant.
I don't know if it's a motion yet, but I would just like to say that I would be fine since we're probably going to go, or we have the opportunity to go over, that we do what we still feel is right as a board. And then at the end of the meeting, we can make a motion to extend our budget. If, by whatever amounts we go over today, because I'd hate to tell anybody no.
I agree.
We're pretty much
I agree 100%.
out of money. You know
I
what I
agree.
mean? We're not out of money, but we're out of budget.
Yes,
You know?
I agree.
So I guess just moving forward, we can, again, just kind of make motions as we see fit, and then we'll adjust our budgeted money after.
And I need to compare what you guys, because I'm still getting that we're at 45.
Are you including the 1,000 for workforce?
No, you couldn't have.
I am, because it's out of the 27.
Well,
But
all
it
these
doesn't
applications
matter.
are for residential and business, so we weren't adding $1,000 because that was for out of separate part. That's how I was doing it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Did I ask? Was any motions on this?
Motion to approve, 5,000?
Second.
Second.
I got a motion in 2 seconds. Any more discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nate?
You have been approved here today for $5,000. Commissioner will be in contact with you. The steps remaining going forward. Thank you. Next, we have Little Sprouts Learning Center is a business grant. I will also point out to the board that we are currently $2,000 in the hole for the budgeted funds for this year. But
Playground equipment?
the floor is now yours.
I just want to try to update some of my equipment for the kids because I'm getting more smaller kids now. When I first started, I had older kids, so I got the bigger stuff for the bigger kids. So now it's going back and forth, so I wanted some stuff for the smaller kids to play on, like in this weather like this is now. So that's why I'm trying to put the grant in to get more equipment for the smaller babies that I have.
I started on Miss Willis in last time, so I started with Mr. Griscom this time.
So how much are you seeking? How much are we able to approve her for?
For business grants, the max is $7,500 reimbursement. I do see where it says $2,031 to $47,513. But yeah, the most we can approve is $7,500.
So yeah, my question would be the 47,000. If you were to go with that, how would you take
I
it?
would have to be able to let the company that I was told about to let them know that the price was a little bit too high for me right now.
Okay. That's not my question.
This is what I thought you were gonna, I'm sorry. Okay, my turn?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Sorry.
Bruce.
So what would occur for the 47,500? I don't know how to price kids' equipment, but this sounds like
They
a lot
was
of.
putting down I got the rubber now. They was gonna put the squares down instead of the rubber. They was gonna take the rubber up and put the square parts down, or it'd be a little bit more safer for the kids. So I think that's how they got the quote.
So like the playground
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
schools.
Like a soft ground?
Here are the quotes. One of them is like really fancy, and then the other one is just affordable. It's like it's nice, but it's not as fancy as.
How much is in our budget still for grants like this?
What would you call
Or
it?
are we over budget including this too?
You're correct.
Yeah, we already negative 2,000.
I just want to clarify that.
I got you. As we said,
This is. No,
it's a nice.
Go with that one.
I wouldn't. Any more questions?
Thank you.
How much is that? What was it?
I didn't see the bottom. Mr. Mueller.
Rather than leaving it as a comment later, I'll leave it as a comment now. I'm in the position that we've helped a handful of residents out. So when it comes to make a motion, I'll be making a motion to approve a special grant in the amount of $2,500 because at the start of this was supposed to be for businesses and residents, and I think it's only fair that we try to help more than one business.
I agree.
That's all.
I like that.
Mr. Clarendon.
No questions?
Mr. Conley.
No questions.
Ms. Willis.
None for me.
Do I have a motion to the Little Sprouts Daycare business grant?
I'd like to make a motion to approve $3,000 as a special grant, reimbursable,
What do you mean by special? What is that?
like
Yes.
outside of the budgeted amount.
So if it's a negative 5.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? And just to be clear, you said $3,000 for, the motion is to approve $3,000 to Little Sprouts.
Reimbursable.
Reimbursable. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. You have been approved for $3,000 today, and Kamisha will be in contact with you the next steps going forward. Thank you so much for coming in. Last but not least is Vanessa Corley Residential Grant.
Oh, y'all saved the best for last. I have a home that my parents left me. We've been in that house since 1969, I want to say. And I just had my roof done last year through the hail damage, and I'm not able to get my porch done, but it's my bricks. I was waiting on a strong wind to come through. I ripped up the trees the other week. And I was waiting on the strong wind to come and knock my bricks down, but that didn't happen. So I need help getting my porch done and getting my bricks replaced.
Did you guys see the pictures?
Actually, no, I know exactly what house she's talking about. The house, they've been living in for a while.
Since '69.
There's some pictures.
There's only one quote.
Should've been two. Tony Kiner did one, and she had somebody else do it. The other person was. So that's what we got. Where's Tony? Because Kamisha sent Tony Sunshine.
Yeah, I don't think I received that.
Well, what kind of businessman is he? Now don't let me double check. Oh, I'm sorry.
He has been quite helpful to the applicants.
Y'all should have told me. I have no filter, I'm sorry. I think you're talking with this.
Let me make sure. I may have received it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I didn't get that part.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so,
Just to make it,
No, I don't have it yet.
just to say, it'll be the front porch and the back
In the
porch.
back deck.
Yeah,
The back
okay.
one is.
That's front and back. Okay, that's what we're asking.
Try to figure out.
But she said that a second person came and got another quote, and that one was higher than that one. So just.
So what's this? A welding?
Welding roofing.
Gotta have open something.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm probably.
Is it fixing the bricks and stuff?
So with welding roofing, they were gonna fix the bricks or just to do the patio?
I think,
What are they gonna do?
what was your quote for the bricks and the whole thing? Because the bricks probably need to be come down and be, maybe wood now, I'm thinking, because I have like 3 brick pillars on the front. And they are swinging back toward the house, and then the porch is kind of,
Is bowling in?
bowing or something, yeah.
Because on here, they just quoted the boards on here.
The boards for,
I don't see.
Welding roofing, they got the front and back.
They didn't
They do.
brick.
Yeah, they got the front and back on here. On
The
this one,
deck they do, but they don't have the.
the bricks.
Was that supposed to be included? The brick part?
It should have been, because Helton's holding up, right?
Yeah, look through there. I didn't see
yeah,
it.
they're holding up the porch, the bricks. The brick pillars.
Yeah, they just quoted the, they just, okay,
I didn't even see the
I
porch.
see this though.
This is all just one quote, right?
Yeah. I see how they looked up.
See, they don't include it in that.
They don't say nothing about the
No, they
foundation.
don't say anything about.
Any more questions?
But
Trying to figure out.
I got you. Mr. Clinton?
This just looks like the 6,000 is for the front porch only, and then it's a separate 3,200
for the back, yeah.
So it's for the porch and not, that doesn't include the brick pillars that's holding it up?
I don't
It
see it.
says
It's
4x4
welding.
cedar posts.
That might be it then.
So it's probably what it is. They're gonna change it to cedar.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that tells me they're planning on putting new posts in, so I don't know if that means they gotta demo the brick or what.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like it'd be, a little over 80,000 for both, according to Weldon.
So I got a question. If you used to get one of the decks fixed, which one's more important to you?
Both of them.
Both of them?
Look, well, the bricks is falling on the front, but hers on the side where she goes in at, I mean, it's
Yeah.
I don't know if it's leaning or what it's doing, but it's not safe, and I'm a senior citizen, so I need the bricks done first.
I was gonna say she a little older than me, so
Just a little bit if y'all can't tell. This is my granddaughter.
Can we get your name for the record?
Cousin, why are you laughing?
I'm really quick.
Thank you.
That's a little sister.
I was doing it
Oh,
for
for them.
Bruce for the minutes.
Looking at me?
No, I was just getting her name for the record for your minutes.
Oh, okay.
How come you weren't applying for a business grant?
I don't have a brick and mortar
Anymore.
I was gonna say, yeah, you do, but yeah, you don't like that.
Yes, I'm more mobile now.
Okay.
Any more questions? Any questions to go? I'm sorry.
How many household members?
Her, me, and great-grandbaby and a grandson.
Can we show all those incomes were provided?
Yes.
That's our max.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Yep. Our max is 5.
Yes. The max is 5.
Mr. Bruce?
I don't have questions.
Mr. Briscoe?
I don't know.
Only question I have is, how did you hear about the program?
She heard
She told me.
Kindly with the community
Years
board.
ago, before my parents passed away, they had a roof on our house
Church
to
is the word.
enterprise.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's been around a long time.
thank you. Thank you for coming out here tonight as well. I will now open up the floor to any motions on Mrs. Corley's residential grant.
I make a motion that whatever amount we may allow today, that we hold, so to speak, hold those funds in suspense and continue it to the next month,
So we can get a quote for the bricks.
in part.
Yeah, because I think them bricks, like you said, them bricks are important.
Very much so. I mean, I don't need, it doesn't have to be brick.
Whatever, just
Yeah,
get
whatever it
fixed,
takes to make the foundation, you know.
Yeah.
They might be tearing them out if they're replacing the posts.
That's true.
We're still required for a second quote. I think anything we approve today has to be contingent on the second quote coming in, like we've done previously.
They got the second quote, but I haven't sent it. Like, he went out, did everything, but I haven't received it in an email yet. So it at least has been done.
Well, I can tell you, when he came out and gave a quote on my porch, he said he did somebody else's, but theirs was enclosed, except for mine's not enclosed.
Mm-hmm.
And he said theirs was 15,000. So he kind of said it was gonna be up there, but I don't know how far up there.
And who are we talking about? Who's the contractor?
That's the what's the name? Weldon, yeah.
Any motions on, I'm sorry, you had a motion on the front. I'm sorry, can you repeat it?
I was just gonna say that whatever motion we might approve for amount that we hold that in suspense, it's kind of an accrued sort of an accounting entry we're talking, and that we hold that amount, but that we take up any actual award for another month till the next meeting.
For the next one. Yeah.
Yes.
That way they give her time to get the actual, commission can help her with actual quotes with the.
Should we just hold it over then?
Yeah, that way she can, with like a motion to whatever we approve until the next meeting?
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Just table it.
So you want to take, is the motion to table the application?
No, I may not have been, maybe my motion's out of order, but
Whatever we approve, we wanted it to go for the next meeting.
yes.
Yeah.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
So, not fully understanding.
I'm not understanding it either, honestly. I'm kind of.
Can we just approve her for what she's eligible for?
I was asking Bruce, what exactly is the motion?
Let's do it differently. Let's pass on a dollar amount, but I suggest that we hold off on any disbursements for a month. Final approval for a month, but that we hold the funds we show that this is approved and is being held. Because we're going into the extra budget anyway.
Well, if we're going to the extra budget, why don't we just give her $5,000? That's kind of where I am. You know what I mean? regardless, she has to have the foundation.
Approve the
fixed,
5,000 with
just
Kanisha
get-
helping her with quotes for the foundation.
fine.
Yeah, 'cause he did respond. He did say that is roughly, like she said, like 20K.
For what? Foundation?
Yeah, for both.
If that's the case, we're not gonna even be anywhere close to what you need for it anyway.
Yeah.
So, if we,
But
Okay,
yeah, my job.
I got you. I mean, because I was
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was just
Yeah.
so.
what happens?
I forgot he.
Oh, okay.
So the I'm sorry. The motion on the floor is. Can you state the motion again? I apologize.
Sure, that we approve an amount today. If we're going to approve, we approve an amount today, but that we, well, I guess it'd be like tentative approval and final approval will be put over to the July meeting.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
I vote nay as well.
I'm gonna do it now also. I'm sorry.
So the motion still passes, but so what is the actual what's the actual motion on Mrs. Corley's residential grant?
We should approve, I think we should approve, I make a motion that we approve an amount, I'm guessing $5,000, but that consistent with the earlier motion, that it is tentative approval and final approval, it occurs in July.
Why?
Based off clarification of the quote?
Yes.
Okay. So the motion is to approve Mrs. Corley's residential grant for $5,000, but hold over the payment until July?
Yeah.
Well,
We were gonna hold it until it was completed anyhow.
Well,
Right.
So, I mean.
Right.
Okay. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
aye.
Any opposed?
nay. Dakota.
How many? I vote nay as well.
Let's table it.
No, I mean, is there any more motions for this application?
I got a motion to approve $5,000. Based off that quote that we got, a little more clarification on that quote. If that quote, they're gonna place the post.
I have a motion. To have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Nay.
Nay.
Motion passes. I'm sorry, Father. You've been approved today for $5,000.
Oh, cause y'all had me confused.
No.
Holding it and.
No, we wanted to make sure. No, we wanted to just make sure. Okay, with your quote, right? When you guys talk to them, make sure they're gonna put it. They put in their quote. They're gonna fix your pillar.
Oh, don't you worry.
Yeah,
We
make
will.
sure you on them about that.
I want to thank you for coming out here tonight. Commission will be in contact with the next steps going forward. If any other way we could be assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you. I will. Y'all don't confuse me the next time.
Something wrong with the contract? I mean, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. But
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to remove Patches Culpepper from the table.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Patches Culpepper is released from the table.
I'd like to make a motion to deny this grant application.
I have a motion on the floor to deny Patches Culpepper grant application.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Patches Culpepper residential grant application has been denied.
Can I make a motion to adjust the agenda to have public comment before the executive administrative assistance report?
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second. Why not?
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
I will now, I'm sorry, that motion passes. That passes. I will now open up the floor to Mr. Porter.
So I'm here for public comment. All right, so I submitted a request for $1,500 for community outreach for the Michigan City Police Department. 2 programs. One's called Cold Treat Tuesdays, where the police department will go out to select parks and hand out cold treat, build relationships. We will hand out some MCPD swag, just a couple hours of just fun and relationship building during that time. We have 4 dates selected. Those dates are June 24th, we'll be at Water Tower Park. July 1st, we'll be at Gardenia Playground. July 22nd, Pullman Field. And then July 29th, Tall Timber Park. Second program is Pizza with the Police. And we'll have 3 dates. Those will be on Thursdays. So we'll do Sunday on a Tuesday and Sunday on a Thursday throughout the summer. Those dates are July 2nd, July 17th, and the 31st. We have confirmed with Lakeland Estates. That's gonna be our first one. The other 2 properties will be Garden Estates and Woodland East Apartments. And we're, again, same thing with Cold Treat Tuesdays. We're just going out, building relationships, having fun. I will say a lot of our officers do this during their duties. We have one officer who goes out to Garden Estates to the point where if the kids see a police car, they instantly start asking for candy because they think it's her. So we're just trying to expand.
That's good.
We're just trying to expand on these opportunities in the summertime when the youth are out of school, to build those relationships and just keep them out of trouble. And then also, get away from that. It's us against them type mentality when it's just us. You know what I'm saying? And not always want to see a police officer when they're called because of some type of emergency or some type of incident where we have to respond. The $1,500, so $500 would go towards what we would accrue for our costs for the Cold Treat Tuesday portion, and then another $500 for pizza with the police, and then the last $500 would go as a sponsorship towards our National Night Out. This will be our 3rd year doing that. I just got approved from Board of Works and from redevelopment to use the lot and to close off 7th Street. It's block party style. Last year we had about 200 to 300 people come out. This year we're looking for 500 to 1,000. Everything is free. Our sponsorships and community relationships, our community partners is what we use. They help fund everything we have. This year we have a DJ playing, laser tag, which is a big hit last year. This year we'll be doing line dancing. We'll have some taekwondo exhibits, some other community organizations coming and doing stuff, free food, swag, display of law enforcement, and just some demos and whole 9 yards. So just want to have a big block party to, again, another way to build relationships. In the past, when you think of police, you always think of enforcement. Well, we have made community involvement part of our day-to-day operations. So it's just not one of those cliche community policing words. It's part of our operations day to day. So I just posted today, we had 4 officers on the west side. They had a lemonade stand. They sold it out. They bought all the lemonades. Nice hot day. We bought the lemonade and drank it all. They made some money and so forth. So like I said, we've made community involvement part of operations and not just a once in a while type event. And I just gave you 3 other events. We probably have about another 10 events throughout the year that we'll be doing also. I knew this was available, so I thought I would come and express our interest in getting some funds if possible.
Did you say you have sponsorship opportunities? I mean, obviously this costs more than $1,500.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I should have clarified that. So I'm asking $1,500, but it's gonna cost us more than $1,500.
Here, I want you to take my card. It's through my organization. If you send me something, I love what you're doing.
Okay.
I'm with the IBW. We support all the stuff in the community. So
thank you. Yeah. So
outside of what we do here, get a hold of me. I'll hook you up.
Yeah. So I just kind of budgeted $500 for each of those programs. Like a sponsorship for $500 sponsorship will be one of our levels that we'll have for that. We have started getting funds from other places, but again, this is a small amount to ask for. It won't cover everything. It's just something to kind of help us build up. Again, I have, if it's up to me, everybody is going to have a piece of our relationship building or our community outreach stuff. other organizations we have stuff planned for. So again, I knew these community funds was available or was something that we could kind of tap into for our summer stuff. Again, we want to make summer more meaningful and trying to get the most bang for our buck while the kids are out of school all day. There's so much to do in the streets nowadays, and we just want to be part of the solution of making sure the kids are, having good fun and, some supervision. I mean, sometimes, we send our kids to the park without, supervision and just want to let them play. Well, we'll babysit for a couple hours.
I got a question, Marty.
Yes.
So I know last year was nice. You guys did last year. So are you letting other businesses do pop-ups out there with you guys that day?
Yeah, so we'll have opportunities for organization of business to have
Like
vendor
information?
tables. Yep, vendor tables.
And that costs?
Nope, everything is free.
That'd be a good opportunity for us to have our table out there.
Oh yeah. Oh, the national. I went last year.
Yeah, everything's free. We're not, only thing that the entity that wants to have a table or booth out there will have to do is bring their own tent, table, and stuff like that.
Okay.
But as far as the space, we're going to mark off 10 by 10 spaces for everybody. We're hoping to actually make the vendor area, that area, the information area.
I remember you guys did it last year. It was nice
too. So we have a lot. National Night Out, and we're actually. I was just telling Board of Works, we're actually going to have a contest. So you can get a place in the contest. So we're hoping to get some national recognition by submitting our agenda in advance, and then at the end we'll submit our pictures and what happened and attendance and so forth. And just seeing how it goes.
Yeah. It'd be a good way for us to get the.
As a sponsor, will we be included in social media?
Yes.
Any shirts or any other ideas?
Yeah. So part of our sponsorship packages. Traditionally, we put our sponsors on our shirts, and we'll have kind of a separate banner for National Night Out. The one thing about National Night Out, since it's a national event, it is copyright. So it's the National Association of Town Watch that oversees that. So I can't use the National Night logo outside of their banner. So what we do is traditionally make our own MCPD National Night Out banner without their logo. We put our vendors and our sponsors. So we'll have a couple of different banners. We'll go up on social media a couple of weeks before, thanking all our sponsors and so forth, and giving shout outs and so forth at the event, prior to the event, after the event. We make one of the things that we've make sure that, our administration, we make sure we've done is make sure that we thank those who have helped us out. So traditionally, what I like to do is bring our sponsors to the Board of Works, the Police Commission meeting, and recognize them there. So like I said, I have a couple different levels, but yeah, we will make sure that you all get acknowledged for your sponsorship in that event.
So there's 3 different events, right? You got the Cold Treat, Piece of the Police, and the MCPD National Night Out. Are you looking for any volunteers to help out with the different spaces you guys can build, like the Garden States and all the different spots?
As far as like just being out there interacting, yeah, we could always. We'll always look for if anybody wants. Captain Jillian Ashley will be over the 2 programs, the community Cold Treat Tuesdays and Pizza at the Police. So if anybody wants to come out and just be a part of it, she'll make room for.
And I did notice a lot of these parks are within the urban enterprise zone too. If that helps too. So.
Yeah. Any more questions from any board members?
So, like, I have to speak to my wife and see if her company could also help sponsor. Is that okay if I give her your email since I have it already?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I feel like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I agree.
Yeah.
This is needed.
This is a special.
I remember being a kid in Garden State.
Make a motion for a special grant for which $1,500.
Second. Got a motion, second, more discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor? Aye. I vote as well. Passes.
Thank you very much.
Kamisha get in contact with you and get the payment everything to you. Thanks for all you do.
Can you all send your digital? Can you send a digital copy of the logo?
Happy to.
If you can give me something sometime tomorrow, my executive board meets tomorrow night, and I can help because we only meet twice a month. So.
It'll be in your email at 8:00 in the morning.
We just get to come to you if we want to set up a table. We want T-shirts.
Yes. Yep. Same table. Yep. So let me know.
Yeah.
And the National Night Out is like right by our office, by the way, too.
Yeah.
So,
You gonna be out to the meeting? You gonna be out there with the table?
I helped last
Last year she
year.
helped.
But you with the UEA now. So that means you got.
Yeah, by the way.
No, but you, hey, the UEA.
I'll be there.
Hey, you know. I'm messing with you.
Any more public comment?
Yeah, sure. How's it going, guys? I'm Kyle Hutchison. I'm the owner at 1901 Franklin Street, the Cellar Door, which was previously Harmony Bar. And I had submitted something to the board for work that we had done through our contractor over the last 10 months or so, which is crazy to think about that it's been that long. I thought we'd be open by the end of the year last year. That obviously didn't happen. Unforeseen circumstances, of course. It's a building from 1890. So it's been, a huge project that we've tackled. We're finished with construction at this point. I submitted my receipts from my GC, basically just like his contract, and then all the different things that he has done over this time, which was like the facade, tuck pointing a lot of the brick that was deteriorating on like the northwest end of the building, the new door that you see when you drive by, that was all him, and a ton of like stuff inside as well. So yeah, I'm just here, we're business owners. We're like a true family-owned business. It's me and my partner, my business partner, who's my old college roommate. And so, yeah, we're getting ready to launch here, and within the next month. And money's super tight, and so we know that we have this program. We're in the urban enterprise. Yeah, I keep saying UAE. I was like, no, that's not right. and so that's who we are. We're here. We're trying to pull this city down from the train station down to the south end of Franklin. At least it's sort of like, okay, we're here, build towards this, and like just kind of connect everything. That's we've worked with the EDC, the RDC, and a lot of different people in the community to make this happen. And we'd love to be here. And when I saw that, we may qualify for this, I see you guys are running low on money, but I just wanted to kind of come, introduce myself, give you guys the information that you need, and just see,
Did you?
I was just gonna say, can I add? I did forward his what he sent. I forwarded that all to you guys. I probably should have included it, but he's not on the agenda. And then also he is now in our tax rebate program.
Yep.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. I heard good things about him. I heard a lot of good things about him. Clarence talked real good about him.
Yeah.
Love Clarence, yeah.
How much were you asking for?
So, we've spent over, $100,000 on renovations. So, I know the program was, set at $7,500 for like the maximum. That's what, I was trying to seek, but, here we are.
Will it be on the agenda next meeting?
Well, I let him know that we were out of funds. I got the application like 4 days after the deadline for this meeting. So he still wanted to come by. He would have made it onto the agenda for next month, but the funds would have been depleted anyhow. So he decided to come today.
I'll leave it at the pleasure of the board.
I say put it on the agenda next month.
I agree. Put him on the agenda.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my only question about adding to the agenda for next month, would he be the only application that we have on the agenda for next month? Because technically the budget and funds are completely gone.
You got more people on the agenda?
No, I say you guys make a decision right now and we just close it out.
You send us all a copy of the?
I did send, you guys have that. But I would suggest you guys make a decision now so that we can just close out the grant cycle and move on.
Is there a motion on the floor or no?
There's no motion on the floor.
Okay. As previously stated, I think it's important that we continue to support businesses within the UEZ. So I would like to make a motion, just like the other business, for an amount of $3,000 as a special grant for the cellar door. That's my motion.
I have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Where is, what are we gonna call it, the extra money? Where is that coming from? Are we gonna run short on paying bills if we keep doing this?
If we keep doing it, yes, but if we do it tonight and close out the grant cycle, we will be fine. But if next month we got 9 more people and we try to, if we continue this, then we would be in trouble.
I guess I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I apologize, but you can go first.
Well, listening test on my part. If we approve 3,000, we're not gonna end up in September 1st telling somebody that we incurred a debt to that we cannot pay them. Is that correct? That's my concern.
Oh, yeah, we won't have that, no.
We're not.
They won't have that.
Starting now as well.
So what is the next?
I just wanted, so it's kind of an approved basis.
So,
I guess my question, you said you spent over 100,000?
Yeah,
And you were requesting up to the 7,500?
What's that?
You were requesting up to the 7,500?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the stuff that I submitted from the contractor specifically, I think goes up to 55 or something like that. I mean, there were like,
what we're doing
furniture and like different things like that. But I was like, here's the contract we have with the contractor. I think that was like 55,000 all in, and then it breaks down all the different jobs that he did with the invoices and everything like that.
What's your set open date that you had so far?
I was hoping for 4th of July, but it's looking like it's slipping away again. I know. Okay, so we're figuring it out, and yeah, I got the walks coming up. I got the first one here in 2 days, so. Inspections and stuff pending, we're moving right along. So once that's done, then it's just about hiring and launching.
What is that? Is it a restaurant?
It is. It's a bar on 1901 Franklin and Barker, right there by the Walgreens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be a bar, but it's going to have a full food menu as well. It's going to be like a restaurant bar space.
You're bringing wine from California, right?
Wine from all over the world, craft spirits, really great cocktails.
Napa.
Frosted mug. Oh yeah, lots of Napa. Got lark meat. I got a lot of stuff that.
You said lark meat? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, lark meat, cab. It's great. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff from all over the place that is sort of hard to find, and so. It should be really cool. We have a retail spot as well where you can buy to go, a little like wine shop, and we got a lot of cool stuff that we want to do, but it's like we got to get the door open first, so that's my task right now. So.
And the motion was
the motion with $3,000?
You said 3,000?
Yeah. Just so it was with the same idea that I approved special grant with this other one.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed if we did more. I mean, I would love to see help a business get going. I mean, but we have a motion on the floor, have a motion in a second. If there's no more discussion, I'll call for the vote.
She's paying it to.
I'll call for the vote. Motion to approve a special grant for the cellar door, correct? For $3,000. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? I vote nay on this.
Nay.
Nay. Yeah, same with me.
Nay.
As that motion dies. Do I have a second motion for this? Do I have a second motion?
Motion to approve 4,500.
I have a motion. I have a second.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Thank you for coming out tonight. I'm glad we'll be able to help you. You get the contact information from Commission. We'll sure to be out and come out and support your first day opening.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good luck, man. Thank you.
It's nice.
Send that special invite and put hidden quarter a little higher on the list.
Would have been better if you brought some samples.
I know, right? Yeah. Next time.
That grilled cheese sounds amazing.
To the soft open.
I know, right? Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
A lot of money to put.
So you have my contact, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Caramelized shower.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Quick question about that one. How, do we just pay that out?
I figured we was gonna just pay out for both
I mean,
of
he's
those.
already.
I was gonna say pay out for the night out as well.
Okay, like a straight out, yeah.
Okay, so since we rearranged the agenda, we will go down to Executive Administrative Assistant Report.
Oh. All right, so I'm gonna start with the update on the brunch project. So far, we have made a deposit to have the event at Barrel House on July 16th, beginning from like 11 to 3. We are still waiting for a few things for a caterer. A little bit of information about that. And we finally got the list of businesses within the zone. So we will start working on invitations. And so we would need the help of everybody who signed up for like the brunch committee.
So I have a question. 11 to 3 on a weekday?
Yeah, yes, just the brunch.
Yeah, but
That's what, just like the
but
EDC
people work
luncheon.
too though.
Yeah. They
I'm ready to
do.
go to it.
Yeah, they do. So
I'm ready to go to it. Me personally.
yeah, it's there's some that sucks that you won't be there. But yes, it's a luncheon.
It's a Wednesday.
What weekday? It's a Wednesday?
Yeah, I just went to a luncheon on a Wednesday at what time was that one? And that had a lot
It
of
was
people.
midday, had a lot of people there.
Which one was it?
The EDCMC
Yeah, they
luncheon.
promoted it for 90 days. That's a lot.
I mean, we are in a 30-day time
Yeah.
before I can see that.
So what is your suggestion? You got to come with a suggestion. Otherwise, what are we doing?
We're doing
What are you saying?
we can do it on a weekend or
So okay, so your suggestion is a Saturday.
yeah. So I think we're not okay. So we're inviting businesses there, right? The businesses that's paying into the EUA and new businesses, right?
Yes.
And we also want to invite the people that we approved for the grant, so they can be on site too, correct? The people that we've been approving. So
we did speak about like having.
That way
some
we have some people
there.
that actually got approved for the grants. They might want to, speak or have comments on different things.
That's not a problem. A lot of our applicants have been like seniors. They don't, or they
They've been a variety of different ones.
yeah, majority have been like retirees on Social Security. It hasn't been very many like working class, but so that would put us at like July 19th.
Is that available at Barrel?
Is that available?
I would have to check with them for
We'll
that.
check, you and I can check with Rob.
If it's not available, I'll just take that day off. I can take it off. If it's not available. If it is, I'm going to change the schedule around.
Imagine it would be more expensive on a
Yeah,
weekend.
it would definitely on my way
Would be.
on the weekend.
Yeah,
course it is.
well,
It's
and that's
probably not going to be available.
You're gonna get less.
that's the point I was gonna bring, because I met with Rob and I asked him to give us a lower price.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
So it's what Dakota just said. He was receptive.
So everybody will be able to be there on the 16th, right? 16th.
I don't think we all need to be there, do we?
It's our. It is our event. I'm just saying, it is our event.
The only thing I was gonna say is it seemed like we was cutting it real close. We got 30 days.
Yeah.
Trying to finalize some things. It seemed like they want to look into pushing it back further on the weekday.
Yeah.
That way you get more time to promote
Put it back a little
That
bit.
Yeah.
makes sense.
I mean, that's the first thing that popped in my
It's a
head.
good point. Put it a little later in time.
I mean, honestly, yeah, because
We still got to set up invitations.
I think that'll be kind of like a better approach for it as opposed.
So we're not rushed.
Yeah, that way get more time to better at least 60 days.
Yeah, and
Promote and push.
we'll check with Rob and see. I don't know.
Yeah, so we can get them.
I don't know if it's filled every day or not. We can find out. Rob Parkman.
Do you guys have any ideas on an alternate date? Because that's going to be
During the
next
week of
question.
work, if you give me a heads up, and what he says, whatever the he agrees on, and the next one.
I figure it'd be easier if people that signed up for the committee for it, you guys set up a date and kind of work through the dates and look at alternative dates that way, and then kind of come back and fill us in on how you want to move forward and kind of go from there, make it easier.
Who's on that committee, or who would like to be on the committee?
Well, you can put me down.
Bruce and Tone.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? Dakota.
Thank you.
You know, I
If it was on the other, I'll just keep my comments to myself.
You can continue with your report. I apologize.
Okay, so for that, I will be in contact with Bruce and Tone to set up an alternative date and reach out to Zorn Barrow House to reschedule. The next thing I had was if you guys could make a motion to move funds back into the checking account so that we can finish paying out
How much do you
for the
need?
grants. Now, as far as like how much we need, now that we're done, we need the money to be there as the projects are completed. Right now, we owe the Diamonds and Pearls $2,500. We owe me, as of yesterday, we're 1 day behind on my paycheck. Right now, I believe there's only like $800 remaining in the checking. We probably have about 200, I'm sorry, it's here. Yeah, we have a majority of the budget is in the money market account. So whatever amount you guys feel will suffice so that we're not like holding up paying out checks.
Are you authorized to move that money?
I'm not.
Make a suggestion for an amount.
Make a suggestion. So I would say, because I do want us to make money off the money that's sitting there. So let's start with 25,000.
So moved.
I got a motion. I got a second.
Second.
I got a motion to move 25,000 from the money market account to the spend account at Horizon Bank. Do I have a second? I already have a second. I'm sorry. Or did I get it?
Yeah, you did.
I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
I guess question, do we need motions to move money or should the president just be able to do that? Because I hate to see you not get paid. Just because we need to wait for a meeting.
And also, like, the Diamonds and Pearls is waiting too. And I had to tell her, like,
I mean, we approve that money to get spent. If we just need to logistically move it to a way to be able to spend it, I don't know if we need to make that motion, do we?
What you just said.
It's been approved. We've approved her salary. We've approved Diamonds and Pearls.
When she called me, I told her I know we had made a motion to move the money to the money market account. So I figured we may have to make a motion again to move it. I mean, that way there was some understanding of what was going on with the money. I mean that we moved it that way, so I figured it had to be moved back the same way. I mean, we could
possibly, yeah. When I was asking, it was a little legit.
I'm going to suggest that you just coordinate that with Kamisha, that because of what you said it well. She just coordinates it with you. That's my suggestion.
And from now on, I'll make sure I'm checking that. I was going off of otherwise I would have brought it up to you guys, but I was going off of the QuickBooks, but it hasn't been reconciled. It's not up to date. And I thought it was, and it's not. So, yeah.
But anything else from the report?
Yes. Yeah, so next is the CLH payment. It is in the package. I am so I'm shaking. I'm just nervous speaking in front of people, which is terrible. Okay. Yeah, so that bill is $203.08. Just let's make a motion for us to pay that out.
This is $440.73.
That was from.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
The one that's on there is what we paid out last month.
Do you happen to recall what
was it for? Services.
or dates those services were?
It's that for, I don't, but it's usually that amount. I'm thinking, I've seen that 440 more than once, but I can't give you an exact statement of what that was for from last month. I'm pretty sure I can send it out to you guys later.
Just looks like we made 2 payments on the credit card, but it looks like we had a balance before then, so I'm just.
And so I'm looking at this, it maybe seemed like we had did we have an outstanding balance with CLH before?
I thought we would have been settled up. I thought we did that.
Because I know with the service agreement we had with them to reconcile QuickBooks and to pay and to completion of the tax return, it is it was like an automatic automatic payment set up with them for services. I'm looking at this like this may be but it said it began March 1st.
Well, my thing is it says May for our claim docket from May 1st to May 31st. CLH CPA 440.73, but then on May 6th it says 423 is 435, but there's no credit in May at all.
That's a good point. So they're saying we owe them $200?
Yep. Yeah, $203 and
I don't know. I would suggest you reach out to them exactly what do we owe them for.
okay. I can try and look it up.
I just don't see the 440.73, so I don't see where that's at.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that just for sake of continuing the meeting and get back to you guys later. The next thing is I just want to update you guys. I finally got a hold of a representative from Solaire, Greg Gilligan, the head of finance. He says that he thinks that it was just an oversight and that they will be completing the EZBR form. But we haven't received it yet. I did follow up with him the end of last week, maybe Friday, possibly Wednesday. I sent an email, so maybe if I haven't gotten the EZBR form in the mail, maybe by Wednesday, I'll try giving them a call instead of an email. Because that would be awesome for our budget. Also, I'm calling it the MCUEA boots on the ground, where I'm just out walking in the neighborhood. So far, I've been to give them the last. I am nervous when everybody's looking at me. That is crazy. So this, I am giving them this form, just kind of letting them know who we are, and what we do with the funds. I made this with I use a bunch of different references, including the information that you sent. I had to look up stuff on the AIEZ website, just everything, because we were waiting for Dan to kind of send something like this already made up, but that didn't happen. And I also print out the actual EZBR form as well, and just kind of go talk to them and give them that, let them know, who we are basically. So far I've been to 1, 2, do you guys want me to name them, or it's a lot? But I'm starting right around our office basically.
Get all the small ones at first.
Yeah, just everybody that's right around it. So I've been to the Vita Del Lago, which is right under our office.
They got really good food.
Haverstock Funeral Home on Washington. Then there's another one, Jensen Carlisle on Washington. I went to the Lighthouse Liquors, Chickpea, Hoity Toity. There's the Closet, Hidoko, the sushi restaurant. Yes. Yeah. Wait, I'm not done.
They moving by you.
Yeah, and I told them where they're moving to
Real
that
property.
Hot dog
old
stand,
boat
whatever.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I told them that's still in the zone too. I've been to Snyder Associates, Flanagan, Darling Clothing Store, Jeffrey Salon. I went to Family Advocates. I think are they a nonprofit?
They are.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. And hey, they might have different parts of what they do that is not included in.
They could hold an event and.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been to the Cigar Lounge, which there was one of your.
Lauren Odom.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, hey, do you know DeMarco? And I'm like, yeah.
DeMarcus.
So DeMarcus, I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I went to law office that is in the same building as Edward Jones, but is actually two different businesses in there. There's one who has like a private law office, and then in the back is Edward Jones. So that was two. Then South Shore Public Relations, which is right next door to us in the same building, and JDI Counseling, which is next door to us as well.
Yes, Jay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, he been busy there.
Yeah.
Good for you.
That's good though.
Take some initiative.
So just, and I
Yes.
wanted to keep track so that you guys weren't like going to the same places or something.
Oh, so you actually got a
So,
spreadsheet of the ones you already did.
I haven't created an actual spreadsheet, but I just have notes
Well, if you
basically
just
of
have a
everywhere.
list of them,
So we can
just
send it to you and say, hey, I'm gonna visit them. You can say, oh, I already visited them too already.
I'll put it in a
Or whatever.
spreadsheet and share it with everybody.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
You've been busy then. That's what I'm talking about.
Figure something out.
I thought you were gonna go broke. Yes,
Man, that's one thing I ain't gonna never try to do. I also went to Coffee and Connections, and I'll be completely honest with you. As nervous as I am with all of you looking at me, just imagine how nervous I was with, and it was their largest group yet. I think there was probably like 85 people there. So I did speak, but I was shaking. Like, so, no, I just have this.
Do
So,
we have business cards?
Is that at the South Bend Coffee at the mall?
I think we need to
Yes.
approve
Yes.
something.
yeah, so I mean, yeah, business cards would be nice.
They're cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I think I'll look
Make
into
motion?
that. Or if Dakota, if you wanted to help design something, because you've done such a good job. I appreciate all of your help.
Usually they'll do it. I mean, if Dakota wants to help you, if you
Just send it to them and they'll make it fancy.
give them our logo and then pick some.
Reach the print.
Paper graphic.
Oh, just
Yeah.
There's Hawkins and Accord.
She got like 5,000,
cheap.
like $60.
The library
It's
does.
online. You can do it.
You
Yeah,
can
the
go-
library you did tell me about the library in LaPorte does do it, but I would have to design something, I believe. I don't think they would. I don't think I just,
Put it on your invoice of hours.
Yeah, I think that probably would fall under,
AI is a heck of a tool.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
So
30
I have a
seconds.
motion to make for business cards.
Why can't you just use this?
yeah.
It's not handheld. I mean, being able to give somebody with contact information, this fold up and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You want the logo?
Yeah, use that.
She's gonna use that logo. That new one. She's gonna use
Yeah,
that.
I started trying to design something, but I'm not that good. I just.
Make a motion to get 250 business cards made, not to exceed $200. I ain't gonna be close to that. But
No.
there might be a little design fee or something, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a motion. I got a second.
Oh, I remember why I was waiting. I wanted to get a website link on there.
I got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Motion passes. Anything else?
That was it. Was it?
I think we're down to director's comments. Anything from the director?
I think now that we're done, well, we're still going to accept grants and we're just going to relay the message that,
I think we
or
should.
how do we handle that?
I think I spoke with the president, and I think you always forget stuff. What'd I say? Well, I'm gonna tell you what you said. We would we'll do a press release to let them know that the grant cycle is now closed. Because it does go from March to October or until the funds are exhausted.
But the funds.
But I mean,
are over. We went over the funds tonight.
We've approved, we haven't spent.
Yeah.
It's reimbursable, so I mean, it's gonna take these people applying for permits.
They have until December 31st to have their projects completed. I mean, I would be in favor of just announcing that we were no longer taking applications for the year.
Yeah, close it just for.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets messy otherwise.
Yeah, because I'm making up the figure. So there's $10,000 that for some reason doesn't get spent. It just gets lopped over till next year. I don't think it makes sense to open up grant applications for the October meeting for $10,000.
Exactly, yeah. It's over. I mean, it's night is the night.
So, should we make a motion to that effect, or?
I think if we could, yeah, I think it'd be all right. Make a motion to close out the grant cycle.
Okay. Make a motion to formally announce to the public that we are no longer accepting applications for we still have that workforce grant. So just the neighborhood and the business, we still have that workforce grant with $1,000 in there, technically.
We do. I keep forgetting about that too.
So just the neighborhood and business applications? Do you want me to re-clarify that?
I'm gonna say there's no more neighborhood and business.
That's what I'm saying, close those applications?
Yeah.
And residential too, right?
Yeah, that's okay. That's why I'm getting lost. Yeah.
What did I say?
You was just a neighborhood and business. I'm like, I got you.
Residents and business, yes. And then keep the workforce open, or?
Yeah, because and have you guys talked about? Oh, also, sorry.
There's a motion on the floor.
That's true.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. So the motion on the floor is to close out the neighborhood residential and business. Make an announcement to close out the neighborhood residential and business grant applications for the 2025 grant cycle.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
And then I was just gonna add, in the packets, that email from the mayor's office, we now have, $3,000 from her. And if you kind of look at the requirements, it seems like it would fall under our workforce development grant. It's like the only thing we would probably be able to use it for. So instead of just 1,000, we possibly, if you guys agree, would have $4,000 because the requirements don't really meet the stipulations of our other grants anyhow.
I mean, but I don't think the funds were necessary. We had to just use them for our grant cycle. I think it's just reading going over. I think we have the opportunity if we wanted to
give it to somebody.
One of the organizing the neighborhood cleanup event or do something like that.
Yeah.
Or we can do something with a scholarship. I think it's kind of open. It's going to be open to the board to present a proposal to the mayor's office on what we want to do with the funds. I mean, because we can do $1,000 for each category that they have, and we can create our own UEA scholarship if we want to do that, or add the $1,000 to the workforce development, or we can organize like a UEA cleanup, or we can even do neighborhood beautification or public art project. I mean, those are the only three parameters that the funds have been that we have to ask for, but it's open up to the board to have decide.
Did we ever make any more decisions or leadway on the dumpster?
The the mayor's worked with Wendy. I'm sorry, I can't remember her last name.
For sure.
Yeah, worked with her on looking for a dumpster, actual dumpster location for the dumpster, and the mayor's office was going to pay for the dumpsters for the project, and we were going to oversee the project. But then there was an in between waiting for the announcement of the new owners for the Marquette Mall. Was the idea that we originally had the idea of, so it was kind of just an limbo until, but that announcement came out, so no conversations moved forward with that at all.
Well, I think maybe it's the mayor's money the $3,000 if we use that towards
she's
that,
already
right?
given us the money for that. She's already paying for that whole thing. I think you guys should really consider using this towards workforce development, in a really cool way somehow, because I feel like that would be a direct impact. Maybe get somebody some training or I don't know, something like that, because she's already put the bill for the dumpster project.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's open. Everybody has their information for it. This exact email for it. So it's open to whatever we may find. It's the funds that comes from the mayor's charitable gala to infuse back into the community. So it's open to however we seem fit to want to make the proposal and ask for the $3,000. What we want to do with it.
Make recommendations at the next meeting, essentially.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Still director's comments?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. More a direction, I guess, in my opinion, towards our administrative assistant with the lack of having the applications coming through and probably less time visiting those applicants, probably just on the back end of getting the payment to them. I find it probably more important that we have some kind of log with the hours, so that way if there comes where we don't have to meet for a month or 2 months, we're still having some documentation that work's being performed. So I don't think it really needs a motion because it's in the contract, but I think just moving forward, some kind of documentation hours wise would be appreciated.
Okay. Okay. I just feel like keeping track of them. I'll definitely do like the report that I did today, kind of like what I've been doing. Sometimes just keeping track of the hours just seems difficult because I can be at home and now I picked up the phone because on a Tuesday, which is not an office day, but I'm just picking it up and now I've been on the phone for an hour talking to somebody, or I happen to be out having lunch, like, you know what, I should probably give her, so all of that stuff, how do I keep track of that when I'm just out on the town and then I happen to start a conversation that really is about work?
Well, I'd say, you have an idea that you have so many hours, it's part-time, so essentially six and a half hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know you're going to be in the office for 4 hours and might take a couple phone calls, that would still equate to 6.5 hours, but
I think I'm overthinking it though. But
I think you're not tracking every single minute.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
so
what
a rough estimate. You spent 4 hours in the office or something like this, and maybe do it at the conclusion of the day. Take a look at your call log and see, okay, 3 people called me, and we'll tell you how many minutes you stayed on the phone.
Yeah.
And just be able to write that down.
And with the applications being closed, I'll probably kind of adjust the office hours anyhow, and then I'll let you guys
you have more time.
That too. I'll figure out a way to keep track of it.
You have more time to go out in the field and talk to the businesses.
That's what I've kind of started doing too. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated, like with the spreadsheet of the businesses that I visited, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see. All right,
that's gonna show.
Anyway. Yeah.
What you doing there ain't gonna visit those businesses. That's gonna show.
I just want to give a simpatico note because I have a day that's much like yours. Like I may make many different phone calls, send many different emails, and can I just make fun of Dakota? Dakota says, "Bruce, what did you do?" It'd be like, well,
yeah, I did a whole lot.
So I just poke a little fun
Yeah. So, okay.
I see where you're coming from. You still got to make it 29 hours. And
just spell it out in some way so that way we know next year when the grant cycle comes around, if we're going to spend the money by July, okay, well maybe we can adjust the contract where you're full-time between March and June, and then something like that.
Because I really do feel like this is full-time. Most of the time.
With that, you'll be able to show us that.
Yeah, it is. When we are doing, it's a lot. And then it slows down, like on the weeks where, like this one, I'll just make a report and get that back to you guys like every 1st and 15th or something like that, so that you guys can kind of.
What this says in the contract, at least it says at the end of every calendar month, provide a time log or an invoice. So
okay, so
ends of every month, just
so every 15th.
And it's great that you're reaching out to business, because
That's the main thing.
Keep talking about.
Yeah, that's the part that I've been really
Yeah.
excited to get to, because otherwise we won't have money to
Because
give
doing
away.
that, to bring the money in, ain't nobody gonna worry about what you're doing.
How does their response
That's really key.
to your outreach?
Nice. Actually, one of the places, the hoity-toity, when I went there, he's like, "Oh, I'm meeting with my accountant today." So it was like
Okay.
perfect
That's good.
timing, like
Yeah.
perfect timing. So it's nice.
And then you can piggyback with the invitations once we get that settled.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm like, hey. Yeah.
Any more directors' comments? I think this is our fastest meeting. So I got a motion to adjourn. So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Motion passes. Thank you.